And we are back, man. It feels good to be back. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like, comment as we work to get squirrels to tell other squirrels, as the goal is to go 0 to 1,000 subscribers. And let's get into it. So I believe it's dev stream number 9. Today is April the 9th, right? And it's a Friday. You know what that means? That means dev stream for Marvel. So Crystal Dynamics went ahead and hit that go live button. Something I do when I stream on Twitch and YouTube, because I'm now streaming on both now. And they went ahead and let us know it wasn't a long stream. Once again, I don't think it should be, but it was another good stream. They did have a technical issue with the sound. They weren't able to get the sound of the game, but it was just Andy and Phil. They kept it moving and play it with the community. It was also Sonic's birthday, so for Sonic Photo does a great job of, hey, you know, if you're trying to take pictures in game, check Sonic Photo out, has tips on that. Also recorded the conversations in the elevator, and so you can go watch that if you're like, hey, your system's loading way too fast and you're not able to get those awesome conversations in the elevator. Check that out. Happy birthday to that person. Moving on. So they mentioned that they are aware of the issues that are happening with the graphics and the rendering, dealing with the 3 new Iron Man suits. Was also revealed, no pun intended, from revealing too much during his live stream. Check him out as well, where he noted that, hey, look, if you use the brand new superior skin, you are not going to get any sound effects for punching. So they're aware of that, and they are working on a fix. They also talked about basically no update for the Omega level threat, nothing right now, but it was mentioned that there is a team working on it, and I believe the way Phil said it was like teams. So the conversation that we kind of really already knew as a part of the gaming industry, that there are teams working on certain things, and this is one of the things that they're working on to try to get that going. So the fact that there's multiple teams, there's multiple projects, as the roadmap shows that. Now they did talk about the roadmap, and the big thing they wanted to, you know, shake and, like, you know, yay, we did, which was show the date for April and May for the 2 events they have coming on. So the Tachyon one, that's going to be in April, and then in May you have the Red Room with Black Widow. Well, majority of us knew those dates. It was just like, you already said spring, you already said summer, we can look at a calendar, we can guess, and a lot of you guys are on the bandwagon that some of these releases are happening with Marvel movie, television, and things of that nature. So May would be, you know, so we kind of knew that. So they weren't really telling us much of anything. So now we'll just try to guess when the date is going to be, or at least you can guess. You can put that in the comments. Now, the teams that are working on various things, Phil wanted to say, hey, look, we are working on some of the coolest levels that we've done. Like, if you thought some of these levels are nice, and yes, he's mentioned in the past, some of the levels are redundant, and yes, they could use another coat of paint per se. They're working on some awesome levels that are really going to push the system and just show off what they're able to do. Now, he did talk about people asking questions, can characters be sped up? You know, there was a patch early on when the game came out where you were able to speed up your movement inside the carrier. Well, something along the lines that way. The conversation always was even things like make Hulk jump higher, flying characters fly higher with a higher ceiling. What was said was that is something that the team is aware of, it's something that the team is working on, but the variable that they have to deal with is each system is processing information differently, and because of that, that's the issue. How do you make Miss Marvel go a certain speed in PlayStation 5 and then PC and then vice versa? Also, someone had a great idea that the PC gamers for Marvel's Avengers could use a chat, some button that you press up and you're able to, you know, chat it up with people. That would be cool. I don't know if you think so. Put it in the comments. Now, they did talk about having the voice actor, I like to just call them actors because that's what they are, actor for Miss Marvel, go ahead and actually join the show. They're working on some scheduling and bringing her back, and I think that'll be cool. Also, Andy mentioned, hey, who would you like to see from the team that put the game together? The 3 that I have was anyone on the lore of the story department. We've had them, Hannah and the group, on a few different occasions. I think it'd be really cool to continue getting information out. Obviously they can't tell us stuff from the future, but just it would lively up the streams if they don't have information to know more about the lore. The other thing about it would be the art department, concept art. They have released certain graphics, like there was one for Hawkeye that was released not too long ago. I think that'd be cool to show concept arts on how they set up the wastelands, or how they come up with some of the comics to the video game skins. I think those would be awesome. And probably the last thing, though I know they are working on it, is someone to talk about the gear or the inventory or the looting system, however you want to phrase it. I think that'd be cool to be like, hey look, this is how it's supposed to work, this is our idea on it, and then have the community conversate of what they're looking for, as the team is openly saying they're reworking the gear. And again, we'll get that later on. Now, as for the reboot of the marketplace, again, they're doing a lot of rebooting on stuff. That's why I said it felt like the Hawkeye situation was like a soft relaunch, which I don't know why they would go that route, because it kind of ran out of gas, shortly after. I don't understand the connection between marketing and things of that nature. But for the marketplace, where they're going to rethink how to sell skins, because the more skins they sell, and this is not shade or anything like that, that's just the business of it. That's why you look at a game like Marvel Future Fights, or all those little mobile games that have all these skins that you're asking for in certain modes, but they're paying for gems, they're paying for chests, loot boxes, and that's the mechanic, and that allows them to do things, I think, with licensing, as well as paying for people, the devs, to actually come to work. So keep that in mind. That's how they make their money off of this. Now, he said the patterns and the things of that nature that they're reworking, they don't have a date on it, and it's not something that's going to come out in a big patch and fix everything and show you some new stuff. It's going to be something that's going to come out bit by bit, so stay tuned for that. He is aware that there's issues with Hawkeye skins and other skins and refunds for it's, I guess it's on, he said it's on the known issues. I didn't see it on the list, but him and his team is aware of it, so you got that. There was a conversation from Phil about the gameplay or story that would be the Red Room, and he said simply, the Red Room, when it comes out in May, and that's the I won't even say, it's not even a storyline, that's the special event or the game mode dealing with Black Widow, and it will also be our first time getting the Marvel cinematic skins, which Andy said he's seen already and it looks amazing. That mode, Red Room, is not a story. It will have elements from the Marvel universe. It will have elements that talk about some of the stuff that's happened, but it's not necessarily a thing that goes with the story like Hawkeye, like Kate, and the things that's happened in the past. It's more of a gameplay, not story. Andy later on said, and I don't know if Phil was like, he wasn't supposed to say it, but the Cosmic Cube and the Wakanda situation, those are more storyline. Those are 100% storyline when those come out. So once again, you got the cube, Cosmic Cube thing that they're setting up, and the Wakanda. Obviously we know about the Wakanda, but those are story based, and the Red Room is more of a mode or a game, like a gameplay. It's not really story. Now next week they will stream, and if Andy can get his, I guess, dev pack or his test kit for the Tachyon event, he will be showing that off. He was curious, hey look, what 4 characters will you use? I think it'd be entertaining to see Miss Marvel. I mean, Miss Marvel can do range, close, healing. I think it'd be interesting with 4. What 4 characters would you want to play as if you got that opportunity in this new event? Go ahead and put in the comments. Other than that, that's it. You guys are awesome. Could have been anywhere in the world and you're here, and I greatly appreciate it. Now the patch that just came out was to fix some issues that happened, I believe, on PlayStation side, where the patch that was supposed to fix some stuff kind of made the game for some people unplayable. So that last patch that you saw, if you did see a patch, that's what that was for. It was nothing too wild and crazy, and the same thing for the previous patches. No special features, just stuff to clean up some things in the background. So until next time, Kalika Lika Lao.